Okay, this video is about the playback function. I use that a lot, especially early in the morning, like right now, when I just pick up my detector from an audio recording session last night. So we will go to the play function. Press this button, rotate it, play, press it again. Okay, we can see we have some information here. We have the folder name, we have the file length, the sample rate, and the file name. File name is the date and the time. In the top you can see some information. This is the power spectrum. Well, it actually is a stacked power spectrum, so it only takes out the stronger signals. And we have the end frequency, the maximum power, and the peak frequency. So both the lower and the higher frequencies are in there. It's not the actual peak, but it's around 25% of this maximum strength, which is indicated over there. Okay, so if we rotate the encoder, we browse to the files. You can see that the information is also changing. And I'd like to go to yesterday evening when I started recording, so I select root directory by pressing this button. Then by turning the button, you can see the file, the folder name changes. If you would press this again, you are back in the main menu, but we want to select directory. So we press that one. And you can see we have the first file of yesterday evening when I put out my detector on auto records just a little over 9 o'clock in the evening. If I turn my encoder, you can see the information changing, and you can quite quickly see what kind of bat you are looking at. So this probably is a common noctule, and I could try to use the playback feature. Okay, so press play, and I have my my detector set up for demonstrations with my my built-in speaker. I never use the built-in speaker during a recording, so you can hear this is a noctule. It's a delayed playback, so a factor of 10. What I most of the time use, because it saves a lot of time and it also sounds good, I use the direct mode. If you play now, you can hear the recording as if you would have heard it in the field. You can also change to auto Heterodyne perhaps and use the playback function, and you can hear it in the in Heterodyne motion. Okay, so I rather have the granular stretch on, so I put that back on again. Okay, so this is play and stop, this function. This is browsing to the files. You can see here we have something that has a frequency of 29. It also has a larger bandwidth, so I'm not quite sure what this can be. So we press play. And this looks, well, quite a bit like a Heterodyne, but maybe this is worth to check on the computer, so you can also use this to check out what time you did hear something you are not quite sure about. Okay, we press or we rotate the encoder again, so here we have a common pipistrelle. And this probably is a Heterodyne again. So common pipistrelle, Heterodyne, common pip. Well, this probably is a noctule. It's a noctule, alright. So we have a common pip, noctule, common pipistrelle. This is a Natuzzi pipistrelle. So this way you can quite quickly browse through your files. So if you want to check the other day, you press root directory, rotate it once, so you're in today's files, in the 30th, so you push that button again. and then we are in these files, and well, you can quite quickly see what are the common pips, bunch of them. This one is not clear, probably is nothing, but there could be something in there. Simply press play and don't know what it was, like something knocked over by some animal or whatever near the detector. So a bunch of common pips, Natuzzi pip. 36 is also a Natuzzi pip, could be. It sounds very much like Natuzzi pip. You can also see these peaks are quite narrow. It's a stacked power spectrum, but if you have another type of bat, it might look a bit different. The Myotis usually has a larger bandwidth, and it will show in these recordings. So a lot of this is a different one. I would say a lot of common pips, but then I just come across this one. You can also see this has a bit more bandwidth, and the frequency that could be a pond bat. Don't know if it looks very much like pond bat. So all, it's not hunting above a pond or whatever. It was just in my own garden. It looks a lot like pond bat, but I better check that. But well, if you do have a lot of recordings, this could be a nice way to find the ones you want to check because of a different peak frequency or a larger bandwidth. Okay, if you're done using the playback function, you simply press the button for root directory and press it again to go back to the menu. Okay, so that was playback.